lucky we are to live. We are a fraction of a second in Earth's lifetime. Yet, she is our only lifeline. Resilient, we stand on our own 2 feet. I'll tell you, reimagining the future has never tasted so sweet. No one can do this alone. The promise of restoration lives within us. This is how the poem Reimagine, Recreate, Restore, written by Jordan Sanchez for the World Environment Day 2021 ends. As you felt, this poem is a perfect combination of urgency and hope, which is indeed what the time demands from us. Back in 2019, a report was published by the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change which said, to keep the rise in global temperatures below 1.5 degrees Celsius this century, emissions of carbon dioxide would have to be cut by 45% by 2030. The report also warned that, practically speaking, we do not really have that much time. All we have is the next 18 months to act. Even before that, in 2017, the words of one of the world's top climate scientists, Hans-Joachim Schellhuber, was plainly apparent. He said, "The climate math is brutally clear. While the world can't be healed within the next few years, it may be fatally wounded by negligence until 2020. These in fact seems like clear warnings. Yet, unfortunately, we were not determined enough to comprehend the threat and act with utmost urgency to save the planet. All I have to say is that we are not living in those good old days when we had like 12 years to save the planet. As reflected in the beginning lines of Jordan Sanchez's poem, the pitter-patter of raindrops matched the sounds of clock counting down. Yes, time flies and we did nothing. Hence, here we are in 2021, directly facing the deadly fate. Right now, we are standing at a climate crossroad. I do believe that coronavirus pandemic is directly or indirectly a reply from nature, if not its final warning. So the important question is, how to prevent the next pandemic from happening? There are 4 facets of pandemic prevention according to Lee Hanna, a scientist. The most significant facet is undoubtedly to take care of nature. Biodiversity can restrain pathogens before they ever leave the wild, hence preventing all the possible zoonotic diseases and epidemics. So the solution is right in front of us. Protect the nature, restore the ecosystem, preserve the biodiversity. This is precisely why the United Nations General Assembly has declared the years 2021 to 2030 the UN Decade on Ecosystem Restoration. We are producing enough waste to circle the earth 1,000 times over. Every minute, forests the size of 20 football fields are cut down. Each year, 100,000 children under the age of 5 die in India due to air pollution. 86% of our water bodies are deemed critically polluted. Enough is enough. Let's put an end to this together. This is the time to wake up and act up. From the ravaging forest fires in Australia to Nagaland, the devastating floods in Indonesia to our own Kerala, the volcanic eruptions in Philippines to the Republic of Congo, Bulbul, Fani, Amphan, Nisarga, and the endless other cyclones, nature was never short of giving us enough warnings, because nature is not mute. It is man who is deaf. We do not have yet another life to sacrifice. We cannot afford the future generations to suffer because of our misdeeds. So let's act now. We may not be able to bring forth great radical moves individually, but do not forget that little things create the biggest impacts. So our small actions can definitely make the biggest impacts together. Let's plant a tree, grow a kitchen garden, conserve water, save electricity, Reduce, reuse, recycle plastic. Spread awareness as much as we can, especially with regard to sustainable development. And moreover, let's be genuinely conscious about our dying mother planet in all our actions. Together we can, because voices are inherently louder together. Thank you.